Once upon a time, there was a king who ruled a vast kingdom. He had a very wise minister who always said, "Whatever happens, happens for good." One day, the king was cleaning his sword, and the minister was sitting beside him. Suddenly, the sword slipped and fell on the king's foot, cutting off one of his toes. The king screamed in pain. The minister calmly said, "Whatever happens, happens for good." This made the king very angry. "How can you say this is good?" He shouted, "My toe is cut off." In his anger, the king ordered the minister to be thrown in jail. The minister, still calm, said, "Whatever happens, happens for good," and went to jail without protest. A few months later, the king went hunting in a dense forest with his soldiers. Chasing a deer, the king rode deeper into the forest and got separated from his soldiers. He couldn't catch the deer and soon realized he was lost. As he tried to find his way back, he was captured by a group of tribesmen who lived in the forest. These tribesmen did not recognize the king and were looking for someone to sacrifice to their god. They decided to sacrifice the king. They bathed the king, dressed him in new clothes, and put a garland of flowers around his neck. Just when they were about to kill him, the leader of the tribe noticed that the king was missing a toe. He immediately ordered the sacrifice to stop. "We cannot sacrifice an incomplete person," he said. "It will anger our God." The tribesmen released the king, and he safely returned to his palace. The king then realized that if his toe had not been cut off, he would have been sacrificed. He ordered the minister to be released from jail. When the minister came before him, the king said, "I now understand that losing my toe was a blessing in disguise. But you were in jail for 2 months. How can that be good for you?" The minister smiled and replied, "My lord, if I had not been in jail, I would have been with you in the forest. The tribesmen would have seen that I had no missing parts and would have sacrificed me instead. So, being in jail saved my life." The king understood and appreciated the wisdom of his minister. From that day on, he believed that whatever happens, happens for good. So, in life, there are times when we feel that something bad is happening to us. We might think that it shouldn't be happening, but if we look back after some time, we often realize that it happened for good. We try to judge events with our limited understanding, but we cannot see the bigger picture. Everything in the world happens for a reason, and often, what seems like a bad event can lead to something good.